Polynomials. So all this means is many numbers. Many nomials numbers. So you can think of it like this: 2x to the second, 2x squared, you could say, minus 4x plus 3. That's a polynomial. What type? It's trinomial because there's three terms. This is one term, this is a term, and this is a term. And there's three terms. And they say the degree of the polynomial is the largest power of any of the terms. So here we have x squared. So the power is 2. So this is degree 2 polynomial. What if we were to say 8 to the 10th plus, x to the 10th plus 8, or we can even say 8x. Then this is a binomial 2, and there are 2 terms, and it is of degree 10. It is of degree 10. So that's it. That's pretty much it. But let's do something. Let's say if you had a bunch of these terms and you wanted to add or subtract them. So let's say that you had x to the third minus 6x squared plus 2x plus 4, and you wanted to add that to x to the third plus 5x squared minus 7x. Well, how would you do this? What would you do? Okay, well, the first thing is you group the like terms. So make sure you can see the negative there. So you've got x squared and x squared. So let's say x squared, or x cubed, x cubed plus x cubed, and then you'd add, since we're adding, and here is a negative 6x squared. So we'll say negative 6x squared. And here's another square, 5x, so and it's positive, so we'll say positive 5x squared. And then we'll add, I want to write it down here though, we have a 2x here and a 7x, and this is a negative 7x, so here's the 2x minus the 7x, and then we also have a 4. This one doesn't have a 4, so I should do that right there. So this makes it very clear. And then plus 4. So now that we've got the different terms, so oh man, look at that, I'm messing up already. So that's x cubed plus x cubed, that's these two, and then negative 6x squared plus 5x squared, that's this one and this one, and then here's the 2x here, this 2x right here, and the 7x, negative 7x, here's the negative 7x, and the 4, and the 4 is all by its lonesome right there. So this is going to be 2x to the third, 2x to the third, plus, let's see here, it's negative 6x squared plus 5x squared So negative 6 plus 5 is negative 1. So we don't even need to write the 1. We can just say negative x squared. That's really not very pretty, so we'll do 2x to the third minus x squared. We don't have to look at that anymore. And then, so that takes care of this and this. And then here we have a 2x minus a 7x. So that's negative 5x. 2 minus 7 is negative 5. So we'll put negative 5x and 4. And we'll get into how to solving the rest of these for x later. But let's see if we were to do the same thing. Same thing, but we're going to subtract polynomials. So let's start with x to the third minus 6x squared. X to the third minus 6x squared plus 2x plus 4. So that's one polynomial. And we want to subtract x to the third plus 5x squared minus 7x. So that's just really easy. It's pretty much the same thing, except you have to remember that whenever you're grouping the polynomials, you need to change the sign of this using the distributive property. So we can write the whole thing out if we want. Let's do that so that we keep everything straight in our heads. So there's an x to the third minus a 6x squared plus a 2x plus a 4, and then here's the negative. So all these are going to be negative now. So this will be a negative x to the third, and that'll be a negative 5x squared. This is already a negative, so a negative times a negative is a positive. So that'll be plus 7x. And now we can group like terms. So here we have an x to the third minus an x to the third. Those are going to cancel out. We can just stop. We don't even have to look at those anymore, because they're both the same value. And a positive minus the negative values goes to nothing. Now we have a negative 6x squared, and over here we have a negative 6x, or a negative 5x squared. So negative 6 minus 5 is negative 11x squared. So now we're done with those. And now here's a 2x and a 7x. So 2, and this is a positive, so 2 plus 7 is 9. So that's 9x. Get rid of that. And then we have a 4 left, plus 4. So there it is. Negative 11x squared plus 9x plus 4. Alright, is there anything else we need to know about polynomials? Well, we should probably do multiplication of polynomials. So, okay. Let's just do the properties of these. This is really not difficult stuff. So let's say you had a plus b and a plus b, right? Well, that's just really easy. That's just going to be a squared plus b squared. So these are just things that you're going to need to just stick in your head. Instead of, I mean, you can work it out and say a, you know, this is actually, excuse me, this doesn't work. It's only if this one's, it's a plus b times a minus b. Then we know that a squared is b squared. Okay? So if you have a plus b times a minus b, you know that a squared is it's going to equal a squared plus b squared. Now, if we go back to what to the one I had up here, a plus b, then that's going to be a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Let's do one more. I'll try to get a couple more here before I have to change to another video. So let's do a minus b squared. Just remember that that goes the other direction. It's just it's going to be a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Alright. Now, let's say you had a plus b cubed. Well, that's going to be a cubed, or lowercase, a cubed plus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared plus b squared. It's just a pattern. You see the a squared is here and then the b squared is on this side. It's just a pattern that you need to memorize. It's so easy though. So let's do a minus b cubed. Alright? A minus b cubed. This is going to make it so easy if you memorize these. A cubed minus 3 a squared b plus 3 ab squared minus b cubed. Alright. Let's start a new video because I just ran out of paper.